the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of the PRO Sidewinder Dirt Series round number 2. First week of the season for the big block modifieds back here at Charlotte. We were here for the 360s last week. Got about 20 drivers checked in for this one, so we'll have a full feature. 50 laps on the big board for us for the feature tonight. Plenty going on around the dirt racing world. I don't know if anybody paid attention over the weekend, but that same guy seems to win every one of the big races every single time they have one for the World of Outlaws. Kyle Larson picking up your Knoxville Nationals title this year. Just leaves him about one race short of pretty much sweeping every big race for the year. Doesn't matter if it was NASCAR or dirt. Guy's impressive, but the guys here tonight into their drivers meeting. Impressive bunch here. We're going to be watching Gabe Glatfelter, defending series champion. He came home second last week in the 360 sprint cars. A great improvement for that driver. In the sprint car, he pretty much dominated this big block series last season, and he easily picked up both the big block title and the overall title. And a couple of guys trying to challenge him. I'm looking through the list to see if Mr. Miller, there he is, Casey Miller, is in here tonight. He was your winner last week in the 360s. Also, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm pretty sure I'm not, he was your season champion last season for those 360s. So him and Glatfelter starting off the season 1-2 in the 360s. Let's see how they come out here in the big blocks tonight. See what that does for our overall points as we move through the season. Appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. Don't forget, like, shares, and follows on the Facebook page. And if you're over on YouTube and Twitch, hit that subscribe button. Things are going to start to pick up around here. Hey, King. See you over there in the Twitch. Going to be a couple more weeks. We still have the Sunday show for Hale's Corner. But Mondays, Wednesdays, and easing our way back into the Thursdays. So we'll start going Sunday through Thursday once again. Things starting to get to the end of all the real racing seasons. And as that happens, drivers come back to the sim racing side of things, and the Dirt Racing Network, we start to fill up with nightly shows for you. Last Friday night had the DSRL Tim Sims Knoxville National Challenge. Put the guys in 410s, put 6 guys up at Knoxville, Iowa, live on Tim Sims, and had about another half a dozen or so, maybe a couple extra beyond that. About 12 or 14 drivers for that Friday night deal. Aiden Berlin picked up the win. He walked away with $100. And up at Knoxville, I am trying to remember, he got second in the race. He was the highest finisher at Knoxville, and he picked up $100 himself. Had he won the race, would have picked up $200. And I can't remember for sure. I had the name on the tip of my tongue until I started talking about it. Well, help get us some followers. Tell people where you're watching. Good stuff. We have a lot of fun doing it. We enjoy it. Like I said, we're going to be adding to our nightly show totals as things start to cool off and guys get forced inside and they can't go outside and play anymore. Going to be a good show tonight. These guys are always fun to cover. Always good racing. A lot of door-to-door action. I see my buddy Reed Rundle is in here again. Robbie Schaefer is here. Anthony DeBarro. Nick Chambrone. The old jabroni is here. Don Runkle. Tim Johnston in here tonight. Chris Jabot. Nick Cohan. And I'm going to slaughter this guy's name probably all night long. I believe it's Andrew Fairnares. If that's wrong, hopefully he'll let me know something. A lot of the old familiar guys on this Tuesday night deal. Going trackside here pretty quick for opening ceremonies. Probably about 3 or 4 more minutes. Getting everything set up for those guys. August 30th. DSRL Monday Night Thunder presented by Racer Supply and Tim Sims kicks back off. Those guys are going to be at Cedar Lake. That's a couple of weeks from last night. And then they'll have their Wednesday Night Warrior Series back. Trying to think about where those guys kick off. Give me a second here and I can tell you. I can flip to the right page on this thing. They're a big block modified on that one-day series. Kicking off their season on August the 2nd. Their first race of the season in the Wednesday Night Warriors presented by Grand Garage. Looks like it's at Volusia. Actually, they're going to kick off at Weedsport. I'm sorry, Weedsport. So, opponent for those guys will be Wednesday, September the 1st.
Thanks everybody for coming out. Race number 2 of the...
All right, drivers meeting beginning. You heard them start. As soon as they start, I clicked them guys off. About 2 minutes. We're going to go trackside for our invocation, our national anthem. And these guys will get ready to run through their qualifying. See who's actually on track right now. Rundle was on track. Walker, Daniel Walker there, the 19 car, cutting through the grass. And then Don Runkle, that blue machine. And Tim Johnson right here coming out of turn 4. 2 or 3 guys making a few laps. Got that 28 car going. Get track work in. This thing will widen out for these big blocks. When you get that middle kind of worn out, there is a lane at the bottom you can run. And the guys that will be ripping up on the station. Yeah, take a look through the field again, see who actually got the Walker still out there. I think that's actually the 74 car. I thought it was the 19 from the first year, but it's the 74 machine. Don't be afraid to say hi in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. If you got a favorite driver in here tonight, let us know about that. Getting ready to go trackside for opening ceremony here in less than 60 seconds. Rudy going on there in turns 1 and 2. All right, I think they're ready. They're going to call the drivers off of the track. We are going to get ready to go down for our invocation national anthem. When we come back, we'll have qualifying on tap for you. So hang tight.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Alrighty, big thank you to Johnny and Sam. Guys, wrapping up the practice session now. They let the drivers back out after the drivers' meeting, get a few more laps in. We'll get ready to flip over to qualifying here in just about 5 seconds. We will follow them a little bit. We'll try to grab as many of them as we can. Show who is where. We'll see if we can see Mr. Chambrone here. We'll go down and watch Gabe Gladfelter qualify here once Chambrone gets about a lap in on this deal. Nick on his first time lap right now. Out of 4 to the line. Chambrone, 16.108 seconds. Quickest right now, but Gladfelter's headed down the back stretch. He's going to come out of 3 and 4 here, so that puts him. Shane Yates, position number 2 right now. Gladfelter, 16.116, good enough for second. Yates to third. Pernares down into fourth, and then Casey Miller into the fifth spot. Here is Gladfelter's second lap on the clock. Tick slower, keeps in position number 2. Not really anything changing in that top 5 or 6. Robbie Schaefer into 3 4. He will not score a time on this one. Josh Gerlach picked it up. Put 172 up on his first lap. That's 5th quick. He's through 3 and 4 here for the second time. Don't know if this looks faster. It is not. Almost a 10th slower than his first lap, so he'll stay in position number 5. Terry Mustard Jr. wrapping up his qualifying, 20th. Bill Coy, 21st there. So, qualifying completed, less than 30 seconds to go. We'll get ready to head down to our first heat race for the Float Your Boat 50 presented by Katina Marina. And I know there's a bunch of inside jokes in that deal. A little on the controversial side possibly, but you know, in dirt racing we got a phrase. Screw it, send it. And that's what we're doing. So hopefully nobody gets offended, but it's kind of an inside thing and it is kind of funny. Well, hello, Tiny Dancer. Working on my website, are you? All right, 3 heats on tap. Let's get ready to go down to our CJAuto21.com starting grid. On the pole, going to be the 28 of Tim Johnston. To his outside, Anthony DeBarro in the 27 car. Row 2 on the inside, Andrew Pernares in the 20. And on the outside of him, the A-Tricioco's Peeps. Dizzy Motorsports, number 01 out of Nazareth, Pennsylvania, Nick Chambrone. Your third row on the inside, the double aught of John Runkle Jr. And it's Don Runkle, sorry, mispronounced. But on his outside, the CJ Auto Perk Coffee, Dizzy Motorsports, number 21 from Nazareth, Pennsylvania as well, Nick Cohan. And on the back row, in the TMJ Racing, number 0. And that is going to be Terry Mustard out of Waverly, Ohio. Cool. I like progress. So 7 cars, top 3 are automatically into the front 3 rows of the feature. Or actually it's going to be the front 4 rows of the feature. And everybody else will run a B main just for starting position. And then 50 laps the distance for these guys. In that A main tonight, pace truck in. Ready to go racing. Round 1 for the Big Block Modifieds PRO Sidewinder Dirt Racing Series. They're underway. Heat race number 1. Tim Johnston grabbed the lead. DeBarro is in second on the top side of the track. Battle for third. Fertners and Chambrone to contact. DeBarro and Chambrone. They're going to get them straightened out, but they're going to go from the front to the back and a ways behind. That 5-car breakaway now. That's good. Battle for fourth. Mustard and Runkle were going at it side by side right there. That was for fourth and fifth. Johnston, Ferner, and Cohan, 1, 2, 3. Nick Cohan came on strong at the end of the season. In fact, closed out the season with a victory last season. Had a pretty decent run up through the field, got involved in a little shenanigans last week in the 360s here, but looks like he's back in form in race number 1. Sitting there running third, just needs to stay there for a direct transfer, not have to mess around in that B main, but it's starting a little bit closer to the front. Still trying to make his way up and try to grab the back of the 20 car. Ferner is now putting constant pressure on Johnston. 3 laps to go that time by. Still going at it for the lead. We'll go back here at Chambrone into 5th. And DeBarro right behind that. They've caught Mustard. Move Mustard to 6th. And DeBarro is 7th still. Still side by side for the lead. Johnston by 33 1/1000ths of a second, coming to 2 to go. See where they're at when they get the white flag right here. Out of 4 side by side. Still Johnston off the top side. Too much momentum. Running right below the marbles right there. Now starting to stretch away down the backstretch here. White flag in hand. Gonna be the checker this time out of 4. Dive to the bottom. Last ditch effort didn't work out. Johnston wins heat 1. Ferner in the second, and Cohan will take the automatic transfer spot. Runkle, Chambrone, DeBarro, and Mustard will have to fight for positions in the B main in a little bit. Moving on down to heat race number 2 and bring you to CJAuto21.com starting grid. On to the pole, the 43. Buddy's Racing Equipment TDC race team. He's from Oxford, Michigan. His name, Reed Rundle. And on his outside, the Full Moon Garage number 10 out of Hamburg, Pennsylvania, Robbie Schaefer. Second row inside, the AlwaysRaceDay.com net code sports number 71 from Bondurant, Iowa, Josh Gerlach. And on the outside of him, your defending series champion, the 128 car of Gabe Glatfelter. Third row inside, Roderick Fitzke, and on his outside in the 24, Chris Jabot. And your back row, the 02 car of Robert Lynn. So once again, 7 cars. Top 3 have automatic spots in the front 4 rows in tonight's feature. And Schaefer are going to be on our front row to start this one. We're going to watch the 128 car fairly closely here because he did not show anybody any mercy last season in this division. Heat 2 about to get underway. Rundle gets him started back middle of 3 and 4. Good a start for Reed. He's got it out in front by 4 or 5 car length. The battle side by side there. 4 second. Schaefer and Gerlach. Glatfelter boxed in between those guys. Trying to make it a 3 wide. Trying to open some space up. Wow, Schaefer asserts himself, grabs second away. Gerlach trying to make a run out of 2. Pull back alongside. Glatfelter was right beside him when they went in the quarter. Second through 4 still under a blanket. And Fitzke's trying to hang on to the 3 car. In case there's a mistake by one of these guys, he can pounce and take a transfer spot. These 3 battling now have caught Rundle. It's a 4-car battle, almost 2 by 2 for your race lead. Rundle holding on, still Gerlach and Schaefer side by side. Now, Gladfelter's going to take a peek down on the bottom, see if he can find something down there. Didn't work in 1 and 2. 4 to go this time out of 4. Schaefer using the high side, not really getting away from Gerlach, but making up ground. Now he works to the top side of Rundle out of 2. New leader down the backstretch. Can he hold it out of 3 and 4? Schaefer, the 97 car, is he first to the line? Yes, he is that time with 3 to go. Rundle second, Gerlach is third. Gladfelter still right in the mix. All 7 cars pretty much still in this thing. You see the top 4 on the screen right here. 2 to go, and Rundle battling back to the inside of Schaefer. Gerlach now went to the high side, got in the marbles, going to give up the spot to Gladfelter, move Gladfelter into the transfer spot. Rundle still second, Schaefer still in the lead, white flag in the air this time around. Great battle in the top 4, best race of the night so far. Into 3 and 4 for the final time. Schaefer around the top side. Can he hang on to it? Pick up the win. Yes, he can. Rundle is second. Gladfelter takes third. Those 3 automatically to your feature. Gerlach, Fitzke, Lynn, and Jabot. Going to see them in the B main. They will fight for their starting spot in the feature tonight. All right. Final heat race. Once again, to our CJAuto21.com starting lineup, be Corbin Hutchison, the 19 on the pole. To his outside, the 86 of John Borst. Your second row, the 05 of Casey Miller on the inside, the 11 of Shane Yates to the outside. The third row, Daniel Walker inside in the 74, the 5 of John Fowler on his outside. And on the back row, the 63 of Bill Coy. That car does not have a 63 on it. It has some other number on it. 2 something. See if we can see. 220. Well, 63 in your programs, guys. 220 maybe in your heart. I don't know. All right, final heat race. Green out of turn 4 this time. Pace truck dropping in. Green flag in the air. Final heat race underway. Man, this sure seems quiet tonight. Out of 4, first time by Corbin Hutchison hanging on to the lead, but here comes Casey Miller. That baby blue and white number 05 sits into second. Shane Yates slid the 11 car into the third spot. John Fowler into that 4th spot. And then a 3-car battle back here. Contact there. I think John Borst and Bill Coy had a little incidental contact coming out of 4. Both cars able to continue, but way back of the field. We're going to head back to the front. We're going to watch Hutchison try to hold off Yates and Miller. Miller got the nose to the inside of the 19 car for the lead. Does it again on the entry to 3. Not able to keep it there. Shane Yates just looking for a place to go. Gets checked up, and there's bumper to bumper to bumper contact. Now Yates cuts the car down early. He's alongside Miller going into 3. May go 2 for 1 here on the 3 and 4 slider, but didn't get it up the track. Not going to have the momentum. He is second at the line. Hutchison still first. I think it's inevitable that Yates probably pulls away down the backstretch. And there he goes with a good run out of the exit of turn 2. New leader, little door-to-door contact as Miller moved Hutchison up the hill a little bit. A little more contact on the entry to turn 1. Yates starting to get away. 6-7 car lengths now. There goes Miller across the nose. Hutchison cuts back underneath. But it was Miller at the line on the white flag. It's going to be Shane Yates through 3 and 4, pick up the win in heat race number 3. Who's going to come home second? It looks like Casey Miller's going to pull that off. Corbin Hutchison in third. Fowler, Walker, Borst, and Coy into our B main. Those guys in the feature, they're just going to race for their actual starting spot in that feature. We're going to skip all the way over. Everybody's going to start where they earned their spot. So no B main. Straight to a few minutes of warm-up. Guys getting ready to roll off. Give themselves some warm-up time here. Work the track in just a little more before they put 50 green flag laps on it. Watch random cars here to put a few laps down. Some guys still trying to get a feel. Tricky little place. Got bumps going in at both ends into the corners. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Don't be afraid to say hi in the chat. Don't care where you are, YouTube, Twitch, or the Facebook channel. If you're on YouTube and Twitch, hit the subscribe button. Follow the page every time we go live. If you're over on Facebook, you got my Dirt Racing Network page. Like, share, and follow. Just a couple of minutes more here. Bill Coy a little sideways there coming for. Yeah, this series, along with the School of Sim Racing and Dirt Sim Racing, are all going to be involved in the Triple Crown Showdown, August 7th through the 10th. 410 wing sprint cars on the 7th, big block modifieds on the 8th, and super late models on the 9th. The top 20 from each of those nights will go into a 60-car server on Friday night. Full show for each discipline. All together, same night, same track. While the champion from each division. A fantastic show. Brought on by K.R. Stolfus coming in to make the call. Him and Joey Kieser. Gonna have Dominic Santina a couple of those nights, so gonna be a pretty big deal. These 3 series coming together for one giant week of racing. Eligible to run in any of those nights if you are a member of any of those 3 series. Be a fun show. All right, time's about to wind it down here on the practice session. 50 laps going to be in the distance tonight. All right, time up. It will be time to get down to the starting lineup for the feature. "21 cars. Tim Johnston, Robbie Schaefer on the front row, then Shane Yates and Andrew Fernares. Reed Arundel and Casey Miller in row 3. Your 4th row, Nick Cohen, Gabe Gladfelter. Back here starting outside row number 4. 5th row, Corbin Hutchison and Don Runkle Jr. Then Gerlach and Fowler in row 6. Champrone and Fitzke in the 7th row. The 8th row will be Walker and Mustard. Lynn and Borst in row number 9. DeBarro and Jabot in row 10. And way at the back, the BAR Transport number 63 of Bill Coy. Realigning the field after the redraw. So Miller and Cohan on row 1. Then Schaefer and Johnson.
All right, man. Light it back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are
Hutchison
not going
and
green.
Gladfelter in row 3. So a 1-row improvement for Gabe Gladfelter. Then Fernares inside row number 4. Not sure who's starting on his outside here. It's going to be Don Runkle. And we're back to Reed Rundle inside row 5. So Casey Miller drawing the pole. Looks like John Fowler on the outside of row number 5 there. And then Gerlach and Fitzke in row 6. So the field jumbled up a little bit after the redraw. But I think we got a pace truck headed for the infield, and we're going to see Miller and Cohan off the front row. 50 laps on the board. Green flag in the air. We are racing. Casey Miller. I see Schaefer's car peeking down on the bottom underneath. 21 of Cohan, not quite enough to get it done right there. Now he's got it out of 4 at the line. Schaefer had second, Cohan was third. Mad scramble behind that. Tim Johnston in the middle of this. He's at the top. Andrew Fernares down on the bottom. Here's Reed Rundle in this. Gabe Gladfelter. Corbin Hutchison, that's all the way back through 8th position. Hutchison, the red, white, 19 car on the top side. You can see him 3 wide out of 2. Chambrone was on the bottom. Gerlach was in the middle. Runkle was up top. That's 9th, 10th, and 11th back there. 3 wide. Still a good battle for second. Schaefer and Cohan are staying side by side, and they're keeping Tim Johnson blocked in. I think Johnson may be content to just try the ride. You see Rundle working his way down to the bottom. 43 cars on the inside there. Andrew Fernares. Schaefer getting good bite off the bottom, able to almost hold second that time. Caution for the first time. Anthony DeBarro, Shane Yates. Let's go see what happened to these two. DeBarro right in front of Yates. DeBarro the 27 car. Yates the blue and yellow car back there. DeBarro into the corner. Oh, Yates had a pretty good run down through there. DeBarro was kind of checked up for the car in front of him. Those two with a little bit of contact. Don't think there's a whole lot of harm, a whole lot of foul on that. No intention, just one driver with a little better run through the corner than the other. So waiting to see these guys a long ways behind your pace truck. Pace truck in turn 2, they were still at the start-finish line. Now everybody trying to get caught up. Probably see the lights go off on the pace truck this time. Double file getting formed up for the restart. Miller still on pole, but now Schaefer to his outside, then Cohan inside row 2 with Johnston on his outside. Rundle and Fairnair's in the 3rd row. In the 4th row, Gladfelter inside, Chambrone on the outside. Back to the restart, 44 laps remaining. One, two for Miller and Schaefer. Here comes Cohan off the bottom. Fairnair sticking his nose 3 wide in the middle between Cohan and Johnston there. Didn't quite make it work, but he's going to stay in the course, keep on the inside of the 28 of Tim Johnston. Try to take that 3rd spot away. Chambrone working the top side. He's got to go with the 20 caution once again. Chris Jabot. Chris Jabot here, the 24th. A lot of contact way back in the back of turn 2. Jabot down to the inside in 3 and 4. This is going to end badly. Yep. I saw when he went in there and that left front tire was down on that grass. That never ends very well. So, top 10, Miller, Schaefer, Johnston, Fairnair's, Cohan, Chambrone, Rundle, Gladfelter, Gerlach, and Runkle. Your top 10 right now. Still just over 40 laps. Long feature tonight, 50 lapper. All right, field's going to form up 2 by 2. And this time, Miller takes the outside. Still the control car. So he will still start the race. We'll see what he does from the top side. Gets on the throttle. Schaefer able to hang on to second, but Fairnair's trying to make a run, cuts outside in down the backstretch, contact with he and Schaefer. That's going to bottle everybody up. You can see them 2 by 2 in behind. Right now Fairnair's in second, Schaefer still hanging on to third. Gladfelter had his nose in there on the inside of Cohan. Chambrone was down on the bottom. Rundle, the 43, down on the bottom. That is about 6th position, 7th position right there. This is third on back and caution behind everybody again. Thought John Borst might be in it. No, Anthony DeBarro, the 27 car once again. Let's see what happens to Anthony, who's down on the bottom. Green car of Fitzke was right there. Oh, another tire clip right there. Got too close to the inside, clipped to that implement tire. That looks like it messed up the suspension. And DeBarro's car going to the infield. So Miller took the outside. Didn't make any difference. He jumped to the lead. Fairnair's got around Schaefer. So that moved Schaefer back to third. Chambrone got all the way to fourth, and Cohan in fifth. Gladfelter and Rundle 6 and 7. Been good action when it's under green. All right, once again, Miller going to take the outside. He is the control car. He does get to start first. Holds the field a few car lengths longer. This time, another good start for the 05. That outside line. Here comes Chambrone around the top side. He goes from the outside of row number 2 on the restart to second place out of turn number 2. He's going to try to hang on to that Gladfelter now. Try to work his way up and in. Gladfelter down to the inside. Gerlach's on the top side. That's your top 5. Then Schaefer and Rundle side by side, 6 and 7. Battle, Fairnair and Chambrone still over that second position. Now Gladfelter. Little run off the top side. Had to spot the line, move him into the top 3. Gabe Gladfelter starting to show the 128 strength. Caution again. Is it Shane Yates again? Looks like Yates is in this. Fitzke's right there. Fowler right there. 4 wide. There was not enough room there. Yep. 4 wide. The track gets pretty narrow for everybody. Fitzke and Yates making a little contact. So Yates rolls it into the work area. We'll see if they can do something with that car. Looks like Fitzke is headed in as well. These two are going to park side by side. Miller, Chambrone, Gladfelter, Fairnair's, Gerlach, Rundle, Schaefer, Runkle, Cohan, and Johnston. Tim Johnston. You're still inside the top 10. Nick Cohan was up here battling in the top 3 on the last restart. He's all the way back to 9th now. Once again, Casey Miller choosing the outside. Chose the inside on the first restart after the initial start. Since then has chosen the outside. Gets to start everything first. Chambrone right there.
Green, green, green.
Miller once again first in line. Outside of row 2, going to have the advantage again off turn number 2 for that 3rd spot. Gladfelter still 4th. Rundle is still 5th. 128 car, working his way forward. Was starting in the 6th spot, went backwards quickly. Now has found his stride, starting to bring that 128 car to the front. Defending series champion. Goes to the bottom in 3 and 4. Not enough momentum. Keaton Fairnair's in 3rd. Chambrone in 2nd. Miller is 1st. Gerlach worked around the top side. He passed Rundle. That was for 5th. Rundle is 6th. Then Don Rundle Jr. Robbie Schaefer, the 97 car, in here in the 9th position. And Tim Johnson of 28 is 10th, right outside the top 10. Terry Mustard, Nick Cohan, Robert Lynn, Shane Yates. After a spin a few laps ago, ran to the infield, got something adjusted. He's up to the 13th position. Casey Miller, right here, right against the outside fence, out of 2. Couple of bumps down the back stretch into 3 and 4. Once again, right up against the fence. Not much cushion to speak of up there, but he is running right where all the wet stuff is. Getting pretty good grip, able to really get through the corners nicely. Creeping up on halfway. 23 down, 27 to go. Miller won here in the 360 last week. He's the leader, getting close to halfway. Next time around, they'll show him the crossed flag. Chambrone still 2nd. Gladfelter still 3rd. These 3 starting to get a breakaway from 4th, and here comes something to bunch the field back up. Is Shane Yates in again? I think Shane Yates may have gotten into another scrape. Looks like he's behind Tim Johnson. Nick Cohan's right there. Oh, Runkle bounced it off the fence. Right across the nose, and he just gets clobbered by the next 2 cars. That probably did the suspension in on that car, and that will probably do it for Shane Yates tonight. Yates always quick. Always around there at the end. But tonight looks like not his night for that. Miller, Chambrone, Gladfelter, Fairnair's, Gerlach, Rundle, Schaefer, Mustard, Johnston, and Cohan, the top 10. Exactly on the halfway point. 25 down, 25 to go. All right, lights off on the pace truck once again. And once again, Casey Miller picks the outside of the front row. On the throttle, green flag back in the air, halfway home. Contact there. Chambrone slammed the door on Fairnair's. Fairnair's got into Gladfelter. That bunched things up. It's going to let Rundle get into 5th. Gladfelter going to hang on to 3rd. At the bottom of the track, he found a little bit of momentum, was able to keep 3rd. At least for the time being, out of 4. I don't know, that was close. Maybe the 20 car had him that time, but Gladfelter going to go back to the top. Big run out of 2. He'll take the spot back.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
This is the 5 car. Fowler is in the infield. Watching the 5 car of John Fowler. Got it out of shape. Got across. He and Runkle make contact. Yep. Little bump and bump, and both cars spinning out across the infield. So just when we're about to get going, things seem to come to a screeching halt. Track's starting to get slick. Bouncing around a little bit, too much throttle, get the car out of shape. Next thing you know, you're backwards in the infield looking at the outside of the backstretch wall. Still 23 laps to go as we get ready to go back to the green. Next week, 360's back in action. These guys are going to be at Fairbury Speedway.
Green, green, green.
Green flag back into the air. They'll be back in the 360s next week at Fairbury. We got to finish this one here at Charlotte in the big box. You saw Gladfelter take a swipe at Chambrone. Tried to go for the spot, couldn't get there. That's going to put him in a 2x2. About 5 rows deep behind that 2x2. From about 4th place on back. There's Gerlach around the top, following Gladfelter. He may make a challenge for the 4th spot here on Fairnair. And Reed Rundle's down on the bottom trying to challenge as well. Just can't get the 43 car any lower than the 20. And maintain any momentum. Nose to tail in the top 3. Now Gladfelter goes to the bottom in 3 and 4. Does he have anything for Chambrone? Too much momentum, half a car length that time. A little bit into the slick, that's going to open the door. Gerlach had a shot at getting 3rd away. He's going to pull alongside into 3 and 4. Gladfelter, I don't think he's going to get the car up in the way. He's going to give up a spot here in Gerlach. Put Gerlach on the podium with 20 to go. Rundle around the inside working on the 20 car of Andrew Fairnair. He may have the spot at the line. Move Rundle into the top 5. That would be good, Shane. Usually get to see you kind of at the end of a lot of these, and you had 0 luck tonight. Seems like if anything could happen, it happened around that 11 car. We're down to 17 to go. Casey Miller, Nick Chambrone, Josh Gerlach, your top 3, but Gabe Gladfelter not giving up on the podium. He's right there. Maybe a slider here in 3 and 4. Nope. Pins the car down to the bottom. Going to get some drive out of 4. He pulls alongside, half a car length. Still Gerlach on the podium that time. Got a little breathing room as Gladfelter bounced the car through 1 and 2. He lost a lot of momentum. Looking at the front, Casey Miller going to be in traffic pretty soon. Bill Coy right in front. In the same set of corners, less than half a track. Who got greedy and paid for that? Understandable. I might have done the same. So Miller's working the top side lap car. Bill Coy down on the bottom should not be a problem. Half a second for Miller over Chambrone. Chambrone in second, getting challenged by Gerlach. Those two, about 10 car lengths to Miller and about 12 to 15 car lengths back to Gladfelter. Gladfelter into 4th and has started to lose touch with the top 3. Fairnair's and Rundle work their situation out. Fairnair's back to 5th. Rundle is 6th, then Schaefer, Cohan, Johnson, and Robert Lynn all the way back here in the 10th position. Miller about to be in traffic again. This traffic a little bit heavier. Daniel Walker next on the hit list, and then Fowler and Runkle battling for position are right in front of that, and those two have been side by side for a few laps. 14th and 15th. 10 laps to go that time by. Cars spread out. Looks like things are starting to settle in just a little bit. Runkle out of shape. Cuts the car to the bottom. That's right in front of your leader. Off the helmet cam from Casey Miller, your leader right now. Getting into lap traffic, 8 to go this time. Fowler and Runkle working their way around Walker. Now Runkle gets out of the way. Miller right against the top. You saw that car in the left-hand window. That was Nick Chambrone taking a shot to try to get in there. There he goes. Slide job, brings it up the hill. Contact as he just shut the door on Miller. So Chambrone and Gerlach both go by. Now Gerlach has the lead that time at the line. Here comes Chambrone with another slide job. And caution. I think Gerlach will get the spot back. Nick Cohen. There we go. Now we're on Cohen's car. Oh, no, not another tire. Yeah, another tire, and he could not get out of the way quick enough, and that triggered us a caution. What in the hell is that about? All right, so going to sort the field out. Gerlach, Chambrone, Miller, your top three. Gladfelter still fourth. Fairnares is fifth. Rundle sixth. Schaefer looks like he's in seventh. Going to sort it out and move all the lap cars back. And it's going to be Johnston, Lynn, and Fitzke in the top 10, the three car of Roderick Fitzke. Borst, the 86, is 11th, and Corbin Hutchison. Nick Cohen, 13th, and then you saw John Fowler moving his way to the back as one of the lap cars. He, Don Runkle Jr., Daniel Walker, Bill Coy, all one lap down. Terry Mustard no longer on track. I don't know why that keeps turning on. All right, single file for the restart. 5 laps remain. Gerlach, Chambrone, Miller, Gladfelter. The top 4 right here. Gerlach ready to get us going out of 4. Gets on the throttle. Green flag in the air. 5 laps to go. Top 3 to the top, next 3 to the bottom. Doesn't make a difference. Both lines just about the same speed. Now Miller goes to the bottom. Didn't make up any ground on Chambrone. Chambrone threw the slider about 4 or 5 laps ago to put Miller back to third as there was contact. Both cars slowed. Gerlach took advantage, went around them both. Coming out of turn 2, Gladfelter going to take a swipe. Car on the infield right here. 3 to go this time, almost side by side for the lead. Still a battle for second and third as Gerlach has started to get away. 2 laps ago, Chambrone, Miller, Gladfelter, all right here in it.
All right, man.
Caution, and we're going to have another green-white checker. The 5 car of Fowler. Maybe it's Gabe Gladfelter. Gladfelter have a problem? Yes, he did down the backstretch. Oh, I can't find him in the list now. Of course he could. Yeah. All right, there we go. He bounces it off the wall at 2. Finds the right front, pulled into the fence, spins it around. Hard impact there. Yep, that'll do it. So Gladfelter was looking for a promising start to the season. pick up where he left off last season. That is not going to happen tonight. He is going to fall way back in this field. Somewhere around 15th to 17th by the time it's over. So we'll get single file again. Gerlach, Gladfelder, Chambrone, Miller. No. Gerlach, Chambrone, Miller, Farinair's in Rundle. They still have the 128 car scored, and they got him in a weird spot. He is not second. As soon as it cycles through, but just looking at the field, Rundle is fifth, then Schaefer, Johnston, Lynn. I think Cohan back inside the top 10. Green flag, 2 to go. Watching Gerlach, Chambrone, Miller runs it up right against the fence. White flag this time. No, that's Farinair still trying. Still trying to get there. But it is Gerlach, Chambrone, and Miller. 1, 2, 3. Get these guys to bring them around to the front stretch for us. We'll get our top 3 in here. See what they have to say about tonight's feature. I'm sure Josh Gerlach is going to be a happy camper. Park them up right there. Oh, let's see if we can start finding these guys and bringing them in here to the chat. Miller usually comes in on his own. We'll get Gerlach. Put him in waiting room. Get the old jabroni and bring him in too. Let's get Casey Miller up here and talk to Casey Miller. Casey Miller, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you won last week to start the season off. Tonight you come home third. This is a pretty good start in both series and for the overall points, man. What was going on in the feature? You led for a long time out there.
Yeah, it's just kind of disappointing. I wish I could have closed that one out. Just kind of had a little bit of contact for first whenever we were battling, but that's just racing. The track just slicked up a lot. The track really changed from the start to the finish. But I just couldn't run the wall as well as those guys. I was getting kind of scared. Yeah, that's about it.
Well, a plethora of cautions coming out, and you had a pretty good lead a couple of times there. How frustrating does it get? You get a couple of laps in, you start to get in rhythm, and then you got to slow down and pace for 3 or 4 laps before you can redo it.
Yeah, it just breaks your rhythm because it's all just like thought process. You know, you get out there, then it just gets cut off short.
You kept picking the outside on the restarts. Tell me the thought process on that.
There was a little bit of moisture I saw on the exit of 4. I wanted to kind of restart, and that's to prevent from tire spin, and kind of have to have the second place guy on the inside, have him spin his tires a little bit to get a better jump on the restart.
Well, it worked out. You still come home third. We saw the contact on the slider with you and Chambrone. Still a great night of racing. Going to help you in the points quite a bit. Who's on the car helping you out?
I'd just like to thank Long Lane Racing for providing the car. And my teammate Corbin Hutchinson, this is his first race in the series, and he made the redraw and ended up finishing 12th, I think he said. So, yeah, that's all.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us, and we'll look forward to seeing you back at the 360s. Maybe you go back-to-back in the 360s at Fairbury next week.
That's the plan.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us.
You're welcome.
All right, Casey Miller finishes third. Let's get old Jabroni in here and see what he has to say. Nick Chambrone, you there, buddy?
Yeah, I got you, Roger.
All right, buddy. Well, heck of a move to try to get the lead. A little bit of contact looked like it broke your momentum between you and Miller, and Gerlach was there to pounce on it, and you never could get back around him, man. How was the feature up to that point?
Whew. It was quite a ride. I started 13th, and the top kind of got bottled up on one of those restarts, and I was able to slip past a couple guys, and then I got up to the top, and I had it rolling up there. So I was just trying to hang on, and we called up to that traffic, and that was my shot, so I threw it.
Yeah, we were in car with Miller, and we saw you peek up on the inside a couple times, and all of a sudden flashed across the nose. Just didn't quite get clear. Did you lose a bunch of momentum going through the slick there?
Yeah, I thought I was going to get him, and he just had a little bit of a run there. I apologize to Casey for kind of stuffing him in the wall there, but I'm glad he was still able to get a good finish out of it.
Well, fantastic run. A good way to start the season. Maybe this is the year the 01 picks up the title for the big blocks?
There's some good guys in here. I'm going to try. If I could run like this every week, and that'd be great. And it'd help if I didn't wreck my teammate in the heat race and hurt both of our nights. So I'll try to improve on that, and definitely apologize to him. That was a boneheaded move on my part on lap 1 of the heat race.
Well, a great run nonetheless. Second is nothing to hang your head about. Who's on the car helping you out before we let you go celebrate?
Yeah, I'd like to thank A-Treat Soda. They have sweet, delicious soda produced here in beautiful Allentown, Pennsylvania. Also want to give a shout-out to Bar Sliders, Hot Tamales, Peeps, Dizzy Trucking, all the guys that help with this. The Dizzy Racing Engine, they had that baby purring tonight. And I want to give a special shout-out to Joey Gattina of Gattina's Marinas for sponsoring the race tonight.
I was wondering who was going to get to that. All right, man. Well, congratulations on a great run, and I look forward to seeing you back in the 360s at Fairbury next week.
Yeah, thanks, Roger. Just wanted to say hi to my mom and my girlfriend for watching tonight.
All right, your second place driver, Nick Chambrone, the 01 machine. We'll move on to tonight's winner. And I'm sure he's a happy guy. I don't know that I've talked to him in victory lane in this series yet, but Josh Gerlach, you got a copy.
I do. How you doing, Roger?
Man, I'm doing good. You got to be feeling pretty good right now. You took advantage of a mistake between Miller and Chambrone, jumped in the front, and really no challenges them last 7, 8, 10 laps there.
Yeah, I definitely got lucky. With Casey and Nick running there, like you said, they kind of got together, bobbled a little bit, and I was able to complete a lap after getting by Nick, and then the yellow came right out, so stuck me out front. And it's a tough group here. We've got a lot of good guys that are really good in these big blocks, so it feels good to get a win.
Well, a win to start the season, definitely on top in the points. It got to be a good place to be. Can we keep the 71 up front? Maybe snatch this title away and not let Gladfelter defend this season?
That's the plan. We'll see if the garlic machine can keep rolling.
That'll be sweet. I like Gabe a lot, and I always like to see guys that are consistent and do well. But it's always fun when we see somebody else in victory lane, man. Who you got on the car helping you out each and every week so that we can talk to you when you do make it on a podium?
First off, just want to thank you for doing this. You do a great job each and every week. We really appreciate it. John and Nick and everybody that supports Pro. This is the best group to race with by far. So love being here every week. I want to thank always raceday.com, netcodeshop.com, my Dizzy Motorsports boys. Shout out to Tim Johnston, a big asphalt guy. Finally getting him into dirt, and he brought home a 7th place finish. So great night overall, and hope we're talking to you again next week.
We'll keep that momentum up, and we'll see what you can do when we get to the Triple Crown.
Sounds good.
All right, thanks for chatting with us, Josh.
Yep, thanks, Roger. Take care.
Josh Gerlach, your winner tonight. Let's run through our official results. Gerlach wins it. Chambrone was second, then Casey Miller in third. Pernares comes home fourth, Rundle fifth, Schaefer sixth, seventh to Tim Johnston. Robert Lynn in eighth. Roderick Fitzke was ninth. Nick Cohan finishes 10th, 11th to John Borst. 12th was Corbin Hutchison. John Fowler in 13th. 14th, Don Runkle. Bill Coy was 15th. Gabe Gladfelter in 16th. Daniel Walker 17th. 18th to Terry Mustard. Shane Yates was 19th. Anthony Navarro was 20th. And rounding out our field tonight, Chris Jabot comes home in 21st. That'll do it for round 1 of the big blocks. Round 2 overall. We'll be back at Fairbury next week, 360s, same time, 9 o'clock Eastern here on the Dirt Racing Network. Be sure to tune in for that. Appreciate everybody being here, guys. For Dominic Santino and myself.